It took faith to get to this point.
That's right.
We paid $250, you know, for this camper, and everybody had gave up on this camper.
That was faith.
Exactly right. So that took faith, and it's like the things that I'm doing now. I'm not a skilled carpenter or a skilled electrician, any of those things. I'm just walking by faith, not by sight. So instead of looking at my problems and the things that I'm dealing with, I look at God, and then God tells me, screw here, you know, tear this wall down. Like buy this camper for $250 in Louisiana that's falling apart. All right, y'all, so I got my first board up here. It's kind of hard to record up here on this roof, but I got my first board up here, and I had one screw in on each side, and I'm just taking my time, making sure everything is lined up, make sure I gotta still have my board here to where the next board is gonna attach into. And for some reason, these two rafters here didn't have the incline like they needed to for some reason, and that's right where the air conditioner is gonna go right there. You see it's framed out. So I had to add those little pieces in there to make sure that the board, you know, doesn't sag right there in that spot and hold water. And I know you can't tell on camera, but it has a slow little decrease coming out to the edges, so the water roll out on the sides. Yeah, I got my first board up here and it's looking good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and tack it all the way in. So first board is down. I got about 3 more to go. It's not gonna be a whole lot. Like I said, I just gotta make sure I cut out. I'm gonna come in and cut out my air conditioner hole later because I'm not gonna put the air conditioner in right now because it's almost fall time. But I'm gonna have my wire stubbed out for that. And then I have a vent over there, air circulation vent over there that's gonna go right there. And then the refrigerator vent goes there. And so I cut those out and put those vents on. I have those. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole board up here now, and then I come in later and get up here and cut all those holes out. But yeah, I got the first board in, and I'm gonna go ahead and drill it down, I guess. It's actually pretty nice up here, but I got this board screwed all the way in here, and it's solid and attached. Has the right slope and everything, so the water roll off. And I'm gonna just keep on working my way down and getting these other boards on. I'm gonna go ahead and get my measurements for the next board and start getting this screwed in. But it's looking good so far. It's nice to have a nice, you know, solid roof on here, so I can get up on here and do what I need to do. But yeah, so we're gonna keep on working it down and getting this roof on the camper. Hopefully we'll be able to get it done today.
I just arrived, and as I suspected, there's some intense roofing going on. All right, let me show y'all inside of what he's done so far. So as you can see, he's put these boards up. It's 2 boards of I think this is actually OSB and not plywood. He was telling me he bought the OSB, but 2 sheets of this OSB here. And then he's working on, is this a 3rd sheet here? Yep, so he's working on a 3rd sheet. And then this area here will be covered by the 4th and final sheet. So he's got to do some work here with this board by making a vent for this pipe, as you can see. So he'll cut a hole in this board so that that pipe can come through and be vented out. And that's what he's up there working on now. So I'm super excited about the progress so far. So I just kind of want to come in and walk y'all around and show y'all what had been done. So this is it. We got a roof. So it's becoming closer and closer of a reality that we'll be able to stay on the farm and in this camper.
Alright, so I have the markings out to cut this hole out for this vent pipe for the gray tank. I still have to do my vent pipe for my black tank, but we're not gonna have a black and a gray tank. We're just gonna have gray water tanks because we're gonna have a compost toilet in the camper, and so we're just gonna hook both of our gray tanks together, and hook the black and the gray tank together and just use it all for gray water. But I have this vent pipe cut out or marked off to cut off right here, and I'm gonna see if I have it marked right. I'm kind of guessing about where it's at. I did some measurements, but I'm also guessing as well. So I'm gonna cut the hole and then see if I got it in the right spot, or drill the hole out. Move my board a little bit, make sure I'm down there wires. Should be good right there. Alright. So now let's see if it's in the right place.
Hopefully.
Yep. I'm not too confident.
That's okay. I have faith.
Alright. A little bit of guesswork that went into this.
That's just faith.
Yep.
There you go. Look at that.
Alright, I got it over the pipe. Let's see if our board is still gonna be in the right place.
It's pretty close there. But sometimes instead of perfection, we have to rely on faith.
That's right.
You know, like you couldn't do it perfectly, right? But did that stop you from doing it?
Nope.
Did that stop you from trying? That you know?
Yeah, when I get scared and find something that I can't do, or I get nervous,
Right.
I just like get out that sideways before I can think about it.
But that's faith. You know, like I struggle with a lot of fear, you know? And the Lord today spoke to me and said, fight fear with faith. You know, because, you know, I went through all this philosophy of fight fear with the plan and fight fear with this and
Mind
that.
over matter. And
Yeah. But the Lord's like, no, just fight fear with faith. Because, like, when you look away from God and you start to be afraid, you feel fear,
Yep.
you know. But when you just jump out there, even if it's a little bit crazy, if you're doing it out of faith,
Yep.
then, you know.
You're gonna please God.
Exactly.
It gets God's attention.
Right. And so he's going to make up for this little difference, this little wiggle room where you weren't perfectly executing the whole.
Like, look at what we're doing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on top of a roof that's not right. Y'all remember what this roof looked like? You might want to get my face.
Let me see.
Yeah, y'all remember what this roof looked like when we first got the camper? Like it was just falling apart. Like it wasn't the roof. Like it wasn't stable at all. Like I'm up here with all my body weight, and it took faith to get to this point.
That's right.
We paid $250, you know, for this camper, and everybody had gave up on this camper.
That was faith.
Exactly right. So that took faith, and it's like the things that I'm doing now. I'm not a skilled carpenter or a skilled electrician, any of those things. I'm just walking by faith, not by sight. So instead of looking at my problems and the things that I'm dealing with, I look at God, and then God tells me, screw here, you know, tear this wall down. Like buy this camper for $250 in Louisiana that's falling apart. Like, because that's what your budget can handle. and so far, you know, money hadn't been, like I was saying at the beginning of the series of this restoration, money has not been what was restoring this camper. Because I'm looking forward to, at the end, pulling out all of the receipts, because I kept every receipt, like my parts and all that type of stuff list, and I'm keeping detailed inventory, all of that. So at the end of it, I can show y'all that it didn't cost $1 million to restore this camper.
No.
So far, I'm gonna just give you a sneak peek into the budget so far. The budget on this camper so far is probably like $500. That's all we spent so far. to get a solid camper, to get rid of all the rotten wood, and to get a new wooden roof on there.
Yep.
Now we're gonna have to spend some money, you know, on some of the things that's gonna come in the future, you know, some of the finishing products, but still, you know, to get a brand new little nice camper, you know, that we can camp out on the farm in for, you know, what my budget I'm thinking is gonna be like, you know, $2,000, $2,500. You know, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. You know, because a lot of times you'll buy a little camper for that much, and it's gonna have all type of leaks, and you're gonna have to do the whole thing back over and all that type of stuff. So we're gonna have a brand new camper, you know, for that price. So yeah, 5 inches and 1/4. So I got a 2 foot. This way. Going that way. It's 5 inches.
So he's got that opening traced out, and he'll come back and cut it out.
All right, y'all, so that's all we're gonna be able to get done for today. We gotta head down to the farm, but as you can see, the roof is coming together. I'm gonna turn you around and let you look at it. But as you can see, I had those boards on down there, all the way down to this spot here, and one more board and I would have been done with the roof, at least putting the sheathing on for today. But I'm not gonna be able to make it to that because we gotta get down to the farm and take care of the animals. But I can't wait till we're able to stay in this camper and actually wake up on the farm, you know, and get things done. So let's step down and just take a look at what it's looking like now. So yeah, it's actually starting to look like a camper again. Let's see what it looks like from the inside. I'm gonna miss my sunroof, but yeah, it's looking good in here. Brand new, good wood is in there, and it's solid. It's looking good. Let's see if my door's still closing after I did all that. Yep, door's still closing good. But as you can see, the camper's looking good. Yeah, before we know it, we'll be pulling it on down to the farm and camping out in it. But we might get some videos. We go down to the farm today and do farm chores. But if we don't, it's I.A.G. Farms.
It's all about God.
We'll see y'all in the next one.